is not about someone who is cold or distant or unbothered. This is about something entirely different. This is about a person who is scared, genuinely scared, and the reason they are scared is because of how deeply they love you. I feel like that distinction matters, and I want you to really let that land before we even touch the cards. Fear that comes from love is one of the most misread energies in any connection. It looks like avoidance, it looks like distance, it looks like walls. But underneath all of that, what the cards are about to show us is a heart that is overwhelmed by what it feels, not indifferent to it. I feel like a lot of people watching this have been confused by this person's behavior, wondering why they pull back, why they go quiet, why they seem to run from something good. And the answer is sitting right here in this reading today. They are not running from you. They are running from how much you mean to them. That is a very specific kind of scared, and the cards are going to walk us through exactly what it looks like on the inside. The first card I am pulling for this energy is the Strength card. And wow, the Strength card right here in this opening position is so layered and so fitting for what we are reading today. Strength is not just about power. It is about the kind of courage it takes to face something that feels too big, too real, too overwhelming to hold. I feel like this card is showing me that this person has an enormous amount of feeling inside of them, and the intensity of it is what is making them struggle. The Strength card often comes up when someone is in a tug of war with themselves, one side pulling toward love and the other side pulling toward self-protection. And that is exactly the energy I am feeling here. This person wants to move toward you, and at the same time, something deep inside keeps telling them to be careful. I feel like the love they have for you has caught them off guard, in a way that nothing else in their life really prepared them for. It did not come in gently, it came in full and loud and with a kind of certainty that genuinely unsettled them. The next card here is the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands in this position is speaking to a person standing at a crossroads, holding something in their hands, looking out at what is possible and trying to decide what to do next. I feel like this card is showing me that this person can see the potential here clearly, and specifically, they are not confused about what this could be. They know what they feel. They know what you mean to them. And the Two of Wands is telling me they have been standing at that threshold for a while now. The hesitation is not about doubt. It is about the size of the feeling and the vulnerability of stepping forward into something this real. I feel like loving you feels like a risk to this person, not because you are unsafe, but because the stakes feel so high when you care this much. The Two of Wands is also showing me an energy of anticipation, like this person is on the edge of something, and the cards are saying that edge is getting closer and closer to a decision. The third card coming in is the Hermit, and the Hermit here is confirming something I already felt coming through. This person has been in a very internal, very private place with all of this. I feel like they have not been sharing what they feel with many people, maybe not with anyone. They have been sitting alone with the weight of this love, trying to figure out what to do with it. The Hermit is someone who goes inward, who processes in solitude, who does not rush toward answers, but waits until the truth becomes undeniable. And I feel like the truth for this person, that they are fully, completely in love with you, has been sitting in that solitude, growing stronger with every quiet moment. The fear and the love have both been living in that inner space. And the Hermit is telling me that the time for hiding inside is starting to run out. So yeah, right from the start, the cards are painting a picture that is incredibly specific and incredibly human. This person is scared, and the reason they are scared is the same reason you are watching this reading today. Because what is between you two is real, and real things ask something of us. I feel like the cards are already being very honest, and there is so much more still to come through. There is a depth to this person's fear that we have only just begun to scratch, and the cards are not done showing us what is underneath it. Everything that is coming next is going to bring this picture into sharper focus, and I think it is going to resonate deeply. Let's continue and see what is on your side. Because this part of the reading is entirely yours, what you have been feeling, what you have been navigating, what this situation has been stirring up inside of you. I feel like the people watching this reading have been in a very specific kind of emotional space that is hard to explain to people who have not lived it. The first card for your side is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, showing up for you right here, is such a beautiful and accurate reflection of who you are in this situation. This card is deeply intuitive, deeply feeling, deeply connected to the emotional truth of things, and I feel like that describes you perfectly in this connection. You have been sensing things that were never said out loud, picking up on energies that most people would have missed, and trusting your gut even when it was hard to explain. I feel like you have known for a while that this person's feelings for you were real, even in the moments when their behavior made it confusing. Something inside you just knew. The Queen of Cups is someone who loves deeply and genuinely, who does not do surface level connections, who gives their heart fully when they choose to give it at all. And I feel like that is exactly who you have been in this. Fully present, fully feeling, fully in it, even when the situation did not always feel equal. There is a grace around you in this reading, a quiet dignity in how you have been holding yourself through all of this. I feel like you have not been chaotic about your feelings. You have been sitting with them, making sense of them, carrying them with a poise that not everyone could manage. The next card on your side is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords here is speaking to a journey you have been on internally, a moving away from something turbulent towards something calmer and more peaceful. I feel like there has been a period of mental processing for you around this person, a gradual working through of confusion, of hurt, of questions that did not always have easy answers. The Six of Swords is not a dramatic card. It is a quiet one, a card of slow, deliberate movement out of choppy water and into something more still. It is telling me that you have been doing a lot of inner work around this situation, making peace with things, finding your footing even when the ground felt unsteady. I feel like you have reached a place that is calmer than where you started, not numb, not closed off, but genuinely more settled in yourself and in what you know. The Six of Swords is also showing me that you have been prioritizing your own peace even while holding space for the feelings that are still present around this person. That balance, the cards are saying, is one of your greatest strengths right now. The next card here is the Nine of Cups, and wow, the Nine of Cups for your side is one of those cards that makes me pause because this is the wish card, the card of emotional fulfillment, of having exactly what you hoped for. I feel like this card is speaking to something that lives quietly inside of you, a hope, a wish, a version of this situation that you have held in your heart even when you tried not to. There is something you want from this connection, something specific and beautiful, and the Nine of Cups is telling me that wish has not been foolish or unrealistic. It is valid, it is seen, and the energy around it is far more aligned with coming true than most people in your position would dare to believe. I feel like you have had quiet moments of doubt, wondering if what you wanted from this person was even possible. And the Nine of Cups is answering that directly. The Nine of Cups is sitting here and saying, your heart was not wrong for wanting what it wanted. The last card on your side is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords here is showing me someone who has needed rest, who has needed time, who has needed space to just be still in the middle of all of this. I feel like this situation has been emotionally tiring in a way that is hard to put into words. Uncertainty itself is exhausting, and the cards are acknowledging that. The Four of Swords is the card of restoration, of a person quietly recharging, protecting their energy while still holding everything they feel. I feel like you have been doing exactly that, resting in the uncertainty rather than fighting it. And that restraint has kept you grounded in a way that is going to serve you beautifully in what is coming. So yeah, your side of this reading is full of depth, grace, and a quiet kind of strength that the cards are honoring completely. You have been carrying this with more wisdom than you probably give yourself credit for, and the cards are seeing all of it. Now let's move forward and see what is coming through. Because this part of the reading is entirely about this person, what is driving them, what they are afraid of, and what triggered all of this. I feel like this section is going to explain a lot because the fear we are looking at today did not come from nowhere. The first card for their side is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords coming in right here for this person is one of the most telling cards that could appear in this position. This is the card of heartbreak, of pain that was carried in from somewhere in the past, of a wound that never fully healed before this connection came along. I feel like this person has been hurt before, deeply, in a way that left a mark, and that old hurt is sitting underneath everything they feel for you right now. The fear they carry is not random. It is not irrational. It was built over time through experiences that taught them that loving this much comes with a price. I feel like when they started feeling what they feel for you, old alarm bells started going off, not because of anything you did, but because of everything that happened before you. The fear of loving you is really the fear of going through that kind of hurt again, and the cards want you to understand that distinction clearly. The next card for their side is the King of Cups reversed. And the King of Cups reversed here is such a specific and honest card for what is happening inside this person emotionally right now. The King of Cups upright is someone who has mastered their emotions. They feel deeply but manage it with grace, with wisdom, with an open hand. Reversed, this card is telling me that this person is struggling to manage what they feel. The emotions are bigger than their usual coping, bigger than the walls they normally keep up. I feel like this person is used to being in control of how much they feel for someone, used to being able to regulate the depth before it gets too intense. But with you, that control is not working. The feeling got bigger faster than they could contain it. And the reversed King of Cups is showing me the internal chaos that created. There is a restlessness here, a discomfort with their own emotions, a sense of being overwhelmed by something they cannot strategize their way out of. I feel like one of the habits this person falls into when they feel this unsteady is to create distance. Not because they want to leave, but because space feels like the only way to breathe. The next card is the Tower. And wow, the Tower coming in for their side is a powerful card for what is going on with this person beneath the surface. The Tower is the card of sudden disruption of a structure being shaken to its foundation, and that is exactly what this love has done to this person internally. Before you, I feel like this person had a very specific idea of how their emotional life was going to go, what they would allow in, what they would keep out. And then this happened, and that entire structure was rattled. You came in and disrupted the plan without even trying, just by being exactly who you are. I feel like the Tower here is showing me the internal earthquake this person experienced when they realized how deep their feelings had gone. It is not comfortable. It is not tidy. It is the sensation of something being dismantled. And for a person who relies on control, that sensation is genuinely terrifying. The trigger, the moment that crystallized the fear and the love at the same time, came when this person could no longer deny what they were feeling. There was a specific moment where they understood clearly that this was not casual, not manageable, and the Tower is that moment. The last card for their side is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups here is confirming the habit pattern already coming through, the tendency to walk away from something emotionally intense before it gets the chance to hurt. I feel like this is the card that explains the distance, the silence, the moments where this person pulled back just when things were getting real. The Eight of Cups is a card of emotional avoidance, of someone who has learned to leave before they get left. And that is a deeply ingrained habit for this person. But here is what the cards are also showing me. The Eight of Cups person always looks back, always carries what they walked away from, always wonders what would have happened if they had stayed. I feel like this person has been doing exactly that, looking back, carrying you, wondering. And the weight of that is becoming heavier than the weight of the fear. So yeah, their side is complicated, layered, and deeply human, and the cards have been very thorough in showing us what is underneath the fear. The love is real, the past is present, and the habits are starting to lose the battle against what this person actually feels. Let's keep going and see what is here for you, because this part is where the energy finally starts moving. This is about what this person is about to do, how they are going to do it, and what begins to change. I feel like after everything we have seen on their side, this section is where all of that internal pressure starts finding a direction. The first card here is the Chariot. And wow, the Chariot right here in this position is one of the most powerful movement cards in the entire deck. This is the card of someone who has made a decision, who has gathered themselves, who has taken all of that scattered energy and pointed it in one clear direction. I feel like what the Chariot is telling me is that this person is reaching a point of internal resolution. The fear and the love have been battling, and the love is starting to take the wheel. There is a determination coming through in this card that feels new, that feels different from the hesitation and the avoidance we have been seeing up until now. The Chariot does not drift, it does not waver, it moves with intention, and the intention here is pointed directly at you. I feel like this person is in the process of deciding that they are not going to let fear win, but what they feel is worth more than the protection of staying guarded. The Chariot is also telling me that when this person moves, they are going to move with confidence, not timidly, not apologetically, but with a quiet certainty that makes it clear they mean it. There is a strength coming through here that the past weeks of distance have actually been building, like they have been gathering themselves for exactly this moment. The next card is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands here is the spark. The moment where energy ignites, where something new begins, where the first step is actually taken. I feel like this card is showing me a specific moment that is coming, a moment where this person reaches out and breaks the current silence or distance. The Ace of Wands is the beginning of a new chapter, and it carries an excitement, a freshness, an energy that feels completely different from everything that has come before it. There is a boldness in this card that I feel is going to surprise you. I feel like this person is going to come forward in a way that is more direct and more open than you might expect. The Ace of Wands does not tiptoe. It arrives with heat, with presence, with an energy that makes it impossible to ignore. I feel like when this person decides to move, there is going to be a quality to it that feels decisive and clear, and that clarity is going to communicate something very important. It is going to tell you without any ambiguity that this person is choosing to face the fear instead of feeding it. The next card is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands coming in here is a card of victory, of someone stepping forward with their head high, with something to show, with a confidence that has been hard-won. I feel like this card is showing me the version of this person that finally overcomes the inner resistance, the version that wins the battle against the old patterns and the fear. There is a pride in this card, not arrogance, but the kind of quiet pride that comes from doing the thing that scared you the most. The Six of Wands is also telling me something about how this person is going to present themselves when they come forward. Not broken, not crawling back, but genuinely ready. I feel like they are going to come to you from a place of emotional clarity, having done the work on themselves that they needed to do, and that is going to feel different. What changes with this card is the whole dynamic between you two. The energy that has been stuck and stagnant is about to start moving again, and it is going to move in a very specific direction. The last card in this section is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands here is one of the fastest moving cards in the deck. This is momentum. This is things accelerating. This is energy that cannot be slowed down once it starts. I feel like this card is telling me that once this person takes the first step, things are going to move quickly, not dragged out, not drawn into more uncertainty, but actually moving. The Eight of Wands is the energy of communication coming through clearly, of things finally being said, of a situation that has been paused for too long suddenly finding its pace again. I feel like the change that is coming is not a slow trickle, it is a shift, a real one. And the Eight of Wands says it is close enough that you can almost feel it already. So yeah, the action is real, the movement is real, and the cards are saying that the version of this person who lets love win is not far away. The fear has had its time, and the Chariot is saying clearly that its time is running out. Now let's go deeper and see what is underneath this. Because this part of the reading is where everything gets stripped back. The hidden confessions, the physical truth, the things this person has never said and may never say out loud. I feel like this is the section where the fear becomes transparent, where we see not just what this person is running from, but what they are secretly running toward. The first card here is the Devil, and I know that card can feel heavy when it first comes up, but I want you to stay with me here, because in this position, the Devil is telling a very specific story. The Devil is not about something dark or harmful. In this reading, this card is about obsession, about attachment, about a pull that this person cannot explain and cannot shape. I feel like this person is genuinely consumed by what they feel for you in a way that has startled even them. The thoughts about you are not occasional. They are constant. They are intrusive. They show up when this person is trying to focus on something else and simply will not leave. The Devil is showing me a physical pull here, a very real, very embodied longing. This person does not just miss you emotionally. They miss you in ways that live in their body. I feel like there is a specific kind of wanting here that this person has never admitted to anyone, a craving for closeness with you that goes beyond what words usually cover. The Devil in this position is also showing me that this person feels almost helpless in front of what they feel. Like the attraction and the love have a grip on them that willpower alone cannot loosen. They have tried to talk themselves out of it, tried to convince themselves it was just infatuation, tried to create enough distance to let it fade, and none of it worked. I feel like the hidden confession underneath all of that trying is that this person does not actually want it to fade. They just do not know how to hold something this real without panicking. The next card is the Ten of Cups. And wow, the Ten of Cups arriving here is one of the most emotionally honest cards this reading could have pulled for this section. The Ten of Cups is the card of the full picture of emotional completion, of a life that feels whole. And I feel like it is showing me what this person secretly dreams about when it comes to you. This is the card of the life they imagine, the future they have seen in flashes and pushed away because wanting it felt too risky. I feel like this person has pictured something real with you. Not just a moment, not just a reconnection, but something lasting and warm and genuinely theirs. The Ten of Cups is the thing they have never said out loud because saying it would mean admitting how much is at stake, and that kind of admission is terrifying when you are this scared. There is a sweetness in this card, a vision of everyday closeness, of waking up next to you, of building something quiet and beautiful, and it is more present in this person's inner world than they would ever let on. I feel like every time they pushed you away or went quiet, this card was sitting in the background showing them exactly what they were walking away from. The next card is the Magician. And the Magician in this position is speaking to the power and the intention that lives inside this person when it comes to what they want to create with you. I feel like this card is showing me that this person knows on some level that they have everything they need to make this work. The feeling is there, the desire is there, the love is absolutely there. The hidden emotional truth here is that this person believes in this connection, genuinely, deeply believes that what exists between you two is something rare and worth protecting. I feel like what they have never said is that you feel irreplaceable to them, that the connection they have with you is not something they have found with anyone else. The last card in this section is Temperance. And Temperance here is the most vulnerable card of this whole layer. This is the card of balance, of integration, of finally bringing two opposing things into harmony. I feel like what Temperance is showing me is the version of this person beneath all the fear. Someone incredibly tender who wants peace, who wants to love you without the weight of all that panic sitting on top of it. The thing they have never said that Temperance is pulling out right now is that they want to be better for you. Not perfect, not fearless overnight, but genuinely better. There is a wish inside of them to show up in a way that honors what they feel, to stop letting the old wounds run the show, to finally give this connection the version of themselves it deserves. So yeah, this layer has been one of the most intimate and honest the cards have shown us, and I hope it landed somewhere real for you. Let's keep moving and see what else is here, because this final part is where the cards bring everything to a close: the near future, the advice, the outcome, and the message this reading wants to leave you with. I feel like after everything that has come through today, this last section is going to feel like the reading taking a long, slow breath and settling into something hopeful. The first card here is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands coming into this closing position is one of the most fitting cards for where both of you are right now. This is the card of someone who has been through a lot, who is tired, who has been holding on through difficulty, but who is still standing, still present, still in it. I feel like this card is speaking to you as much as it is speaking to this person. You have both been carrying something heavy, and the Nine of Wands is honoring that without sugarcoating it. There is a resilience here, a quiet kind of toughness that does not announce itself but simply holds its ground, and the cards are seeing that in both of you. The advice from this card is to not give up right at the threshold, because that is exactly what the Nine of Wands warns against. I feel like the breakthrough is closer than it might feel from where you are standing, and the Nine of Wands is asking you to hold on just a little longer. The fear that has been driving this person's behavior is at its last legs. It has been wearing itself out, and what is coming is the version of things where it no longer has the same power. The next card is the Fool. And wow, the Fool coming in here is such a beautiful and perfectly timed card for this near future energy. The Fool is the card of the leap, of someone deciding to step off the edge of what is known and safe and trust that the landing is going to be okay. I feel like this card is showing me the version of this person that is coming. The one who chooses love over self-protection, who decides the risk is worth it, who steps forward with their whole heart. The Fool does not wait for a guarantee. It does not wait for perfect timing. It just goes. And the going itself is the act of faith. I feel like there is a version of this story that is about to begin, a fresh chapter that neither of you has lived yet. And the Fool is the energy that opens the door to it. The advice from this card is to stay open to a side of this person you may not have seen yet. The fearless version, the brave version, the one who finally lets the love be bigger than the fear. There is a lightness coming, after all the heaviness of what has been, and the Fool is the first breath of it. The next card is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands here is showing me the fully realized version of this person stepping into view, confident, present, clear, and ready. I feel like this card is the outcome of all the internal work this person has been doing. The version of them that has processed the fear, made peace with the vulnerability, and decided to show up as someone worthy of what they feel. The King of Wands is not reckless. It is not impulsive. It is someone who has done the inner work and now moves from a place of genuine strength and intention. I feel like the person this connection has the potential to bring out in them is one that is warmer, more open, more honest than anything they have shown you before. And the outcome for you, the cards are saying, is someone who comes to you as a full person, not performing, not strategizing, just real. The last card is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles closing out this reading is one of the most grounded and lasting outcome cards in the entire deck. This is the card of something that endures, something that builds, something that becomes a genuine foundation rather than just a feeling that passes. I feel like for the people this reading truly belongs to, what is on the other side of this fear is something real, not a fairy tale, not a perfect story, but something solid and alive and genuinely worth having. The Ten of Pentacles is telling me that the love being shown in this reading today is the kind of love that builds, and what it builds, when given the chance, is something that lasts. I feel like the message this reading wants to leave you with is that what you are waiting for is not imaginary. It is not wishful thinking. It is someone who is scared because you are the most real thing that has come into their life. And scared people, when they finally stop running, love the most fiercely of all. I feel like that is the truth at the center of this reading, and the Ten of Pentacles is confirming it with everything it has. Take care of yourself. Trust what you know, and know that the cards have been fully in your corner today. It is where the cards bring everything to a close, the near future, the advice, the outcome, and the message this reading wants to leave you with. I feel like after everything that has come through today, this last section is going to feel like the reading taking a long, slow breath and settling into something hopeful. The first card here is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands coming into this closing position is one of the most fitting cards for where both of you are right now. This is the card of someone who has been through a lot, who is tired, who has been holding on through difficulty, but who is still standing, still present, still in it. I feel like this card is speaking to you as much as it is speaking to this person. You have both been carrying something heavy, and the Nine of Wands is honoring that without sugarcoating it. There is a resilience here, a quiet kind of toughness that does not announce itself but simply holds its ground. And the cards are seeing that in both of you. The advice from this card is to not give up right at the threshold, because that is exactly what the Nine of Wands warns against. I feel like the breakthrough